the marketer of the future is going to look very agile. I think the marketer of the future will need to have agility in order to adapt to new innovation and technology that will rapidly be coming, and really fuse that, and I think tonight, very interestingly, fuse that with their brand's purpose or promise in order to deliver consumers more value.
I always say, marketers are people too. And we talk about consumers as human beings. I think that marketers need to let, again, their humanity, be forefront, as opposed to try to, make it almost disappear, to fit the mold, to become kind of like the scientific, marketeers. Yes, they need the science of marketing, but they also need the art, the intuition, the emotion. I always say a marketer, is not going to be substitutable by another marketer and do exactly the same job. So what people's passion are, what their personal purposeful pursuits are, what their convictions, their beliefs, all of this should actually transpire in the job of a marketer of tomorrow.
We talked today about how the marketer of the future needs to have perhaps a level of social entrepreneurship. I think that's a really interesting expression about how we're really at the heart of it. We just want marketers to actually really care a lot more about what they do and the impact that they can make.
The marketer of the future has to have quite a wide range of skills, but he or she has to start out with understanding people and having insights into people and insights into their lives and how the product or the service or the company they represent fits into that life.
I think the main challenge is probably going to have marketers which are able to relate to people and to life as it is, rather than see themselves as engineers or technicians of a science which is called marketing. I think that requires an ability to reconnect with the life of people, to listen much more than has been the case so far in our industry. The ability also to be thinking in longer terms, and I realize while saying that how much of a challenge that is in an industry which tends to be rather short-term focused. But for marketing to become relevant again and noble again, to use Mathieu's quote, I think there's going to be a need to think about these things in a more sincere and longer-term manner. And I think these are, you could call it skills, but it's probably more an attitude.
We've got to see ourselves as one part of the ecosystem, and we're simply there as part of if it's not too much of a cliche, it's part of the broader team. So if we all share a purpose that is more than just the brand and its world, then we become part of an ecosystem that is all about delivering that overall purpose. And realistically, as marketers, we're going to have to collaborate with people to make that happen, whether it's internal teams, whether it's agency partners, whether it's the consumer. I think the marketer of the future understands their role within that broader team and just sort of understands how to facilitate the delivery of the overall value that lies within the purpose. So they become less about a spokesperson, and they become much more about facilitation and activation, inspiration, enthusiasm and energy. So we list out all these wonderful job description titles that we need, but it becomes very much more about this sort of enthusiastic, participative element of bringing something to life and really making it happen.
Marketing used to be about creating a myth and telling it. Now it's about finding a truth and sharing it. Because we've created lots of myths, and because we have told lots of, not always truth to the world, the reality is people now with technology, with digital, with the internet, actually are able to see through. And they don't want that anymore. So to me, purpose is more about, for a consumer, for the people we serve, as I often like to call them, it's about knowing that I can trust you, knowing that you and I have something in common, that you believe in something that I believe in or that I'm wanting to believe in, and that therefore we can be on a journey together.